welcome back to another Bloons Battles video. So this video is going to be a little different than usual. This is a pre-recorded video because I'm a little sick. Not that that has anything to do with it, but that's kind of why my voice is this way. But I just decided to pre-record this one because I thought that if I played without talking, I would do better, and I did. So that might be the way I do it from now on. But if you guys want to see me actually do it live, then let me know. So I thought I should just do a commentary over it, and yeah, that's basically how today's gonna go. So in this video, I did pick up a few wins, which I liked, and I know you guys would probably like to watch a lot more, is when I get wins. Because you probably don't like to see me lose. So yeah, so the strategy that I kind of started using lately is ninja, mortar, and then farm. Towards the end of it, I think I switched it to something else, but I can't really remember. So, starting this game, I placed my ninja, or not ninja, but my farmer in a pretty bad place. Like, bad placement because I had to replace him like 3 or 4 times. Which kind of sucked because I wasted a few farmers, but earlier on I would just throw down a ninja, and usually I would just work on eco to get my eco, like just build up my eco throughout the whole game, since I was going to build up my balloon eco and my farm, but I messed up this game quite a bit. I messed up a couple of these games actually quite a bit because I forgot to place a farm first, so I placed a ninja first, and then I got overwhelmed with balloons. It was just a really bad game for me. Actually, this game and the game after this, I did the same thing for both. I had a pretty rough start with the farms and stuff, which is why I decided to just go Balloon Eco. So yeah, I've already recorded a few games today, which are going to be pretty good. I did switch up. I used the same basic strategy, but I did switch it up a bit. So I thought this would be a little better, as I said before, though, because I did have to use a battle energy earlier on, which really sucked, and I was already down to like 50 lives, so again, not exactly the greatest thing. But his strategy was not that great, though. He wasn't that great of a player. I apologize for saying that, but I mean, like the towers that he used, I don't know what his game plan was. So, I mean, I don't know. This game started off really rough for me. As you can see, 37 lives on round 6, and I just started building up my farms and stuff like that. But yeah, so my basic strategy, as I think I said, I'm not really sure, was to start off with farms and then move into ninjas while also maintaining my farms, and then build a mortar at the entrance to take out the camo leads, because I didn't really plan on building like a flash bomb ninja. But I have kind of changed that recently, but I've noticed that not many people pay attention to whether you can pop camo leads. They pay attention to whether you can pop leads, but not camo, like camos and leads, but not camo leads, because I think most people forget those exist. So I usually just go with ninjas, which I've started to do recently without mortars, and it's worked pretty well for me. So, actually no, I used to use the tack shooter, didn't I? Yeah, I think I used to use the tack shooter. I didn't used to use the farm. I think I used to go like ninja, mortar, tack shooter. Or no, did I just start doing? I think I started doing that in one of these later games in this episode. This will be considered one of my Road to Medallions videos as well. Obviously, because I'm playing for Medallions, but I kind of had like a major, what do I call it? So, the Road to 1,000 Medallions series, I hit 1,000 medallions. So I changed it to 10,000, and then I went down to 500. So it's kind of like Road to 1,000 again. but we're not going to change it back since we already did accomplish 1,000. We're just going to keep going to 10,000. I'm still debating, that made sense, debating whether I should change it to 1,000 again, but I don't think I'm going to. I think it's just going to be too repetitive, so I don't know. I guess I'll see. You guys will probably see before you click on, or when you click on this video, which if you did, thank you. I don't know why you would, but thank you if you did. My cable for my headphones keeps getting stuck under my chair, and it's so annoying. Cable management is literally actually the worst thing ever. And I know I'm getting off topic, but it's because I've already kind of explained what I'm going to do this game. So I'm getting a little greedy with farms, but since my ninjas were holding them off really well, I didn't think anything of it, so I just kept building farms. But as you can see on his side, compared to our side, he is struggling quite a bit more. Almost losing a few lives. Because, like, again, I don't know what his strategy was. He had 2 nail gunners, and then for the... So he had, like, I wasn't really paying attention to it before, but, he ends up rushing a, I believe, BFB at me right now. But then I rushed one at him, and mine apparently went out before his did. So I don't know what happened there. But, yeah. So, I kind of know what he was going for, because Nail Gunner, since they can't pop camos, he put a monkey village there, which I understand. And then a glue gunner for, like, the camos and the camo leads. But, like, that's not that great. He only has 2 nail gunners and 1 glue gunner. So I really don't know what his plan there was. So I did just sell all of them to make a bank, because a bank is better. So, I think. And I was getting a few Bloon Jitsus. I don't know why I sold him. I think he was just in the wrong... Oh, I switched him to Flash Bomb. That makes sense. So I bought a Bloon Jitsu and a Flash Bomb Ninja. And I still had a tier 3 ninja in between them. He's about to lose a few lives here. A few balloons are about to sneak through. He did build an ice tower, actually 2. Which I think he got... No, he didn't, never mind. Which, I mean, glue gunner and ice tower is a terrible strategy because ice removes glue. So, I mean, I don't really... Wait, does it? Actually, maybe I think it does. Or if the balloons get frozen while they have glue on them, I'm pretty sure, doesn't it like prevent them from getting crossed? That made a lot of sense. I just make up some new words. Doesn't that prevent them from like getting affected by the corrosive glue? Let me know if that does, because I don't know. Okay, and here is when I used my balloon energy. I don't know what it's called, and I ended up sending out a BFB. Then I was focusing a little bit more on eco. He sent the same one at me, but mine's slightly faster. But a mistake I made here was I did use my battle energy, which I then realized after is bad, because if I destroy my balloon before he destroys his, then the Moabs could get through faster than the BFB. But then my ninjas, my 2 Bloon Jitsu and a Flash Bomb Ninja and my tier 3 ninja actually took it out, which I did not know was possible. So still remaining at 35 lives, his Moabs do end up sneaking through, and I do take the win. So that kind of blew my mind, because I had absolutely no idea, or moving on to the second game here, I had no idea 2 Bloon Jitsus could do that, and a Flash Bomb. But the Flash Bomb is not really that effective against Moabs, I'm pretty sure. So, moving on to the second game here. I hope you like that transition. If you haven't noticed in the previous videos, like when I move on to the next games, or when I like skip the transitions in between games, I put a transition there. I've always liked transitions in Google Slides when I'm making presentations for school and stuff like that. Yes, I still use Google Slides. I'm pretty sure a lot of people do, though. I really love Google Slides. I just completely went off topic and lost track of what I was doing. So, moving on to this match, I chose, this is when I moved on to Tack Shooter Mortar Ninja. And the reason I thought that is because this map had a lot of nice like corners where you could put tack shooters, and I was thinking, well, ninjas and tack shooters are both amazing at popping balloons. And then for the camo leads, I can just put down the mortar, which seems like a perfect strategy in just perfect strategy in general. Which I'm probably gonna use a lot more in my next videos. Because it's just such a good strategy. I highly suggest you guys use it as well. You guys probably know how to use it better than me, but I feel like I was doing I did pretty well this game, so I don't know. So off the bat, he's kind of struggling already. He was kind of. I felt that my opponent was kind of fighting against the grain this whole game, because he does end up placing a farm like really late into it, and I don't know why. Because like usually if you go for kind of a farm strategy, that usually means you want to go late game, and it would usually be the first thing you place. So I don't know why he waited so long to place it. He did just buy a bionic arm for his I can't even remember what that's called. For his boomerang monkey, that's what it was. But so far, our blade shooter is doing most of the work. Blade shooters early on are probably one of the best units, because not units but towers, because like look at that, clumps of blue, and it's just taking them out by itself. Because the ninja's not really doing that much, just popping like 2 balloons at a time. But the reason they're so good is because they're so cheap, but also so powerful for like early game. But once you move into late game, the blade shooter, I mean, like against mobs, it's absolute garbage. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure it's terrible against balloons or mobs and stuff like that. It's great against balloons, but like the blade Maelstrom, that upgrade, it's an ability. It's very effective. It like the cooldown is very low, so it cools down really quickly, and it's so powerful against popping balloons. When it comes to mobs, it's not the greatest, but when it comes to balloons, it could wipe out any balloon that you can imagine. Like if your screen was full of if the Blade Maelstrom was or the attack shooter was surrounded by all ceramics, just use Blade Maelstrom. Is it Maelstrom? I don't know. It would wipe all of them out within seconds. It's actually crazy. So that's why it is one of the best towers, in my opinion, and I'm pretty sure in general it is. In early game for BC battles, we did put down our mortar, and we're about to get signal flare so that we can pop camel leads. So I was feeling really good right about here. I was focusing a lot on eco. I was doing well with eco. I was doing well with keeping the balloons at bay. I was really proud of this game in general. So we're only going to pop down one mortar because we just need one mortar to pop the camel leads and stuff like that. So we didn't really need any more than that because the ninjas could do the rest, and the ninjas and the tack shooters could do the rest. So the tack shooters kind of started us early game, and then during when it led into late game, our ninjas kind of took over as being the being in the spotlight. So again, a 6 strategy. Like these are zeros, just blade shooter, just shredding them. That's one blade shooter. I mean, the ninja's doing some work, but as you can see, he's not doing that much. He did just pop battle energy, and he lost 32 lives. So as I said before, as you can see, he built farms like way late into the game. So I don't know what his strategy was there. But as you can see, he's always fighting the grain. Right now, he's doing really well against the balloons. But as you can see, as soon as like the naturals come in, he's struggling. He's not struggling too badly to the point where he needs to like battle energy or anything like that, but we actually, a few of them got through on our screen. They didn't actually go through to take lives because our mortar kind of burnt them. But we kind of we threw down a blade shooter, another one, or actually no, we threw down 3, 4 more. In that kind of like V looking shape, that made no sense. And as you can see in that V, we kind of put 2 tack shooters there, and then I really liked that setup because it was like I looked at it as like the meat grinder, and it was really cool. He just lost a few lives though, actually a lot more than a few. He just got down to 21 lives, but he just kind of can't go with the grain. He just keeps fighting against it. He's been struggling the whole game, and I've had these games before where your game plan, you don't really have one. I mean, I think he did, but I don't think it went obviously the way he wanted it to go. So as soon as like these rainbows are starting to sneak through, he's really struggling. The flash bomb and ninjas aren't really helping him. I think what he was trying to do was like his strategy was to go with like boomerang, I think, like boomerang monkeys, and then he saw that that wasn't working, so he threw down a few ninjas because he saw that it was working for me, so he decided to try using it. But we also had the blade shooter combo, and he didn't. So, but I really love this map for what we did, because the ninja tack shooter combo is just so good, and I love it. So I'm gonna keep using it in future videos. So yeah, once the ceramics come, he starts to struggle a lot more. They start to sneak through, and on my screen they hadn't yet gone through, but on his screen they did. So we ended up picking up our second victory of the video. So now we are going to go ahead and move into our third video. As you can see, another transition. I like my transitions. So with this video or this game, we went I can't even talk. We went this with. I'm gonna get a drink of water real quick because I cannot talk properly. So, as you can see, we went into our third game, and you did just see a bit of a sneak peek of my recording software, but you also saw it in like my BDC6 videos when I forgot to crop out the sides. So, I mean, it's not really anything new. So I was about to say I played this game on Steam, but not that that would matter. So as you can see, my record is not looking great, but I'm picking up a few wins. So I can't remember if this guy's good or not. I forgot which side was mine, which is why I just did that. I didn't even realize I had put 3 games in this episode, which I mean works out well, but sure. So this map was also a perfect map for the tack shooter because I mean you guys will see, but you can literally just put a tack shooter on each side of like each V. That's not a V, each right angle. Like on the track, all those right angles that you can see, just put a tack shooter in it. It looks really cool, and it makes for like a great tack shooter. I say a lot, but it makes for a great tack shooter. I guess you could call it another meat grinder. I don't know. I thought meat grinder would be a cool name for this episode, so that's what I'm gonna make it. But well, the heli pilot strategy was interesting because most people that I see use that strategy, like place a farm first, and then they have the heli pilot. So I don't really know why he didn't do that, but kudos to him for not following in everyone's footsteps. But funnily enough, get it? Funnel, I'm making a funnel with bleach. Okay, so funnily enough, I actually found the strategy not by looking it up or by watching videos of it. I actually found it by like using different towers by myself. So I'm kind of proud of that. I know other people probably use it, and I know I'm not the first one to use it. But I thought it was pretty cool that I stumbled upon a strategy that I was actually doing well with. So, I don't know. But this game, I mean, in retrospect, that is a cool word. Um, it looks like I did really well with this strategy, but I was kind of struggling through most of this game. 'Cause like I could never get that much money, and I was always worrying about new things coming at me, like new balloons and stuff that they couldn't take out. So kind of terrified me. So it was kind of a stressful game for me. But he just threw down another heli pilot. Still, I'm really confused as to the strategy that he's going for, because I know he's going for heli pilots, obviously, because he has them. But usually people that have heli pilots have farms, do they not? Like, am I missing out on something here? I'm pretty sure that if you use a heli pilot, you also use farms, or like you place farms to start and then you use heli pilots. But I mean, I guess I don't know. So I was definitely finding it a little weird, the strategy he was going for. But as you can see, I wasn't even paying attention. All these tack shooters we just threw down, like that looks pretty cool. Like, you've got to admit, that's like those balloons that go through, we can make cheese out of them once they get to the end. That made no sense, but it sounded cool in my head. So, but like, it was so frustrating and so tedious not being able to afford the upgrades for these. Like, usually I'm able to afford all the upgrades, but what I mean by that is, like, I'm always able to afford the upgrades for my towers. So now we go ahead and throw down a mortar. So we're gonna need to throw down 2 mortars, one for each side, just in case like leads and camo leads come through. But we're still not able to take down camos either. So like what I'm thinking here is that we need to take out leads, camo leads, and we still need to take out camos. So what do? That was kind of what was going through my head there. And I didn't have enough money to do all those things. So this is why I was kind of stressing out, freaking out. But so far we're doing pretty well. The balloons are not getting through. And there's kind of like 2 levels to it. Which kind of reminds me of one of the Mario games on the... What was it? On the Wii? I used to play this Mario game on the Wii. And I kind of thought of this as like levels in the Bowser house. Is it called Bowser? Yeah. I don't know if it's called the Bowser house, but something like that. So right here, he does send some camo pinks. Yeah, those are pink. Camo yellow balloons, and they start to sneak through quite a bit because our mortar is not quick enough to take them out. What I probably should have done is put my mortar in like one of the middle areas, like one of the where I have my blade shooters. I should have targeted one of my blade shooters with it, so I could have actually hit both the balloons when 2 balloons go by at a time. But you know, my brain works a little slow, so that's fine. But so far these blacks are coming through and we're just shredding them. But even if they do get through one level of my my setup, they have another level to go through, so I wasn't really too worried about that. I hope my voice doesn't sound too bad. I know through recording or like through video it's probably gonna sound pretty bad, but I don't know. So we did throw down another mortar. We have a mortar for each side. I don't know why I put them on opposite sides. That was kind of weird. I don't know what was really going through my head there. I should have just put them on the side that they were supposed to be aiming at. Like, if you don't understand what I'm saying, it's like the mortar that I put on the top. The mortar that I put on the top, I made aim at the bottom, and the mortar I put on the bottom, I made aim at the top, which I know you guys probably caught on to, but I just thought I should mention that if you didn't. But he is struggling on his side. He does now place down the farms. I didn't realize this when I was actually playing this game, but he just now placed the farms. I don't know why he decided to place them so late in the game like the other guy did. So I don't know if these guys just don't know what they're doing or if they have a strategy that I'm not aware of. But knowing that I beat both of these guys leads me to believe they don't know what they're doing. which is kind of bad because I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, I know kind of what I'm doing because I've played this game before, but I did throw down a couple ninjas, as you can see. Yeah, apparently a few is 2. I did throw down a couple ninjas because I was starting to worry about camo leads I was starting to worry about camos when I got to round 22. So if this guy did actually, okay, we did lose a few lives there. I'm not really sure from what, but what was I even saying? But he is going against the grain right now, like the other guy did when he placed farms late into the game. I'm pretty sure that's what killed him the most, is when they put farms in, because those farms are just wasted space, wasted money, because those farms are not getting him money, and he's not even picking up the money. I mean, he did now, but that's only 180. But so late into this game, $180 is not going to do anything for you. You either need to have high Bloon eco, or you need to have high or like heavily upgraded farms. Because on round 20, I mean, saying that, I did just get camo detection on round 23, so I mean, I can't really talk, but yeah. So like, if he saw that I had no camo detection, I mean, I do have some camo detection, like my mortars take off the camo from the camo balloons and make them normal. But if he decided to actually rush me with like camo balloons at the beginning, he could have absolutely ended me so like early on. My voice did just get a little echoey because I was trying to drink some water, but which I'm knowing you guys probably heard. This is a huge rush that just came through, and I don't think he's able to stop it. Is he able to stop it? Oh, it did just take 100 lives from him. I can't remember part of this game, so that's kind of why I was saying that, but he is struggling quite a bit. And now a huge natural rush comes through, and he's really struggling against it. I've already taken it out, but he's struggling. Okay, he had to use a battle energy to take it out. At this point in the game, I already kind of knew I was going to win because he was struggling so badly like the other guy was. And usually when your opponent starts struggling, that doesn't lead to very good things, because that usually means that they can't handle what's already being thrown at them. So then the game throws harder things at them as rounds go on, and they can't handle it. What I would have done if I was him in that situation, I never would have gotten that situation, but if I did, actually, yeah, if I did, I would have sold the farms, and then probably sold all of my, sold most of my heli pilots and just upgraded one to Apache, to the Apache helicopter, and would have done so with that. So I did just build a Maelstrom, which I don't think I needed, but I did take out the Moab, which he did too. But then another huge rush comes in. Another 2 huge rushes come in with ceramics. We both take them out, I believe. Oh wait, I didn't. Oh wait, yeah, this last rush kills him. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I want to thank you guys for watching. I want to know if you would like more videos kind of like this, and as always, I will see you guys in the next one.